through some of the tougher challenges that are going to come along. And they appreciate that the toughest challenges in many of the organizations they work for are not going to be as difficult as that experience in Uganda was. So when we look at management leadership, the sense that we apply to what leaders have to achieve and what they need to bring with them to succeed is really changing. I talked briefly about the ways we do that with our students. We also insist on that kind of leadership from our faculty. I'm very proud of the MIT faculty and their ability and willingness to speak out not only about companies making money and not only about opportunities for our students, both of which are important, but also about economic development issues and the conditions that lead or don't lead to sustainable economic development. Our faculty have been very visible in sustainability issues. Our professor, John Sturman, was the person in Copenhagen whose computer models told the truth about what the country proposals would and wouldn't really do to climate change, to air quality, to water levels, and so on. That's not what a school of management would typically do. But if you are committed to long-term global economic development, you have to have a faculty that's willing to have a voice in these kinds of issues. One final way that MIT Sloan wishes to play a role in economic development is through its international collaborations and partnerships. I think if you look at the places we have chosen to engage, they tell a story about our goals. Our deep collaborative partnerships are in China, Korea, Russia, India, Brazil, and today, Turkey. We need to learn about dynamic business practices as they're evolving. And if we are going to be a worthy institution, we have to try to make a contribution to further economic development where that economic development is really possible. So in ending here, I want to thank all of you for coming, but I also want to thank our new partners from the Sabanci University community as we have worked toward this agreement over about the last year. Our sense from MIT of the potential and the capacity of Sabanci to take the important steps, the next steps in deep partnership with us has only grown. And we've had a deeper sense of this, as Dean Nakia said, shared purpose. We each want to create better opportunities for students and for companies, but also contribute to economic development in this region. If I could, I'd like to close with a quote from Ataturk, founding president of the Turkish Republic. And it's a quote in honor, if I may, of the role that Gulur Sabanci and Dean Nakia have played. Nihat, I know you've been important also, but it doesn't fit with my quote. So, Ataturk said, "Everything we see in the world is the creative work of women." Thank you both.